we're at the NDC Conference London, and I'm here with Iccha, and we're going to be talking a little bit about authorization. But first of all, let's start with the first question, and it's why do you think security within applications is extremely important these days?
So like in today's world, as more and more users are using your application, it's base layer expectation for you to be highly available, highly secure, highly reliable. People want to make sure that their data is in safe hands and they can trust you with their information. So security is such a complex topic. It revolves from authentication, authorization, trust, compliance, and all this is critical to make sure your customer feels safe and comfortable with you handling their information.
All right, and often authorization, actually, I often talk about this, and I talk about the OWASP top 10 list. And authorization for the past couple of years has come up right at the top. Why do you think that is? Authorization, access control.
That's a great question, right? So I feel like authorization has just evolved over the years. Initially, when we were building applications, simple user controls were sufficient. But like as companies have grown, enterprises have grown, as you scale, you want more complex attributes, you want more complex configurations of who you can give permissions to. And as this complexity increases, you still want it to be low latency and highly reliable. And so I think this has come up more, and as our complexity in our industry grows, this has become a more and more important topic.
And have you experienced battling with authorization in your work practice, experience, life, professional life?
Oh boy, don't get me started. Yes, of course. I feel like almost every company I've worked at, authorization has been a fresh challenge that they will tackle. And a lot of times people start with a simplistic model based on the needs of their product or architecture at that point in time, but then it quickly gets to a place where that no longer scales for their company. And so now you're stuck with your old system trying to figure out how to scale to these new requirements. And it's often a huge undertaking or thinking of how do we evolve our authorization architecture.
Yeah, really interesting. So now I've got a follow-up question to that is, do you think that companies should think about writing their own authorization, or should they depend and maybe pick an option of going with a company that has already solved this issue and is able to scale this issue quite easily?
So I think it depends on what your company size and your business model is, right? If you are a smaller company, or if your business is, or product is more about consumer facing or deals with a completely different SaaS aspect, it's easier to just delegate it to somebody else.
Right.
But if you're a highly complex organization, highly technical, where this is a critical component of your offering, which needs to be highly customized or can scale to a certain specific way to a use case, then I would say evaluate what options exist and contrast the build versus buy and make the decision which is right for you.
All right. And when it comes to implementing software in general, so if it's authorization or any other software, what do you think about utilizing open source projects?
I think it's a great idea. Like the open source community has contributors from all walks of life, all industries, all contributing to this code base, improving its life and health. I started off as an engineer working in open source early in my career, so I'm always supportive of using open source tools.